वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् आदौ देवकी देव गर्भ जननं गोपी गृहे वर्धनं माया पूतना जीव तापहरणम् गोवर्धनो धारणम् कंसाधी छेदनं कौरवादे हननं कुन्ती सुता पालनम् एतत् श्रीमद्भागवत पुराणरचितं श्रीकृष्णलीलामृतं श्रीभगवानुवाच अहमेवासमेवाग्रे नान्यद्यत् सदसत्परं पश्चादहं तदेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम् ऋतेर्थं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु च वचेष्वनु प्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम् एतावदेव जिज्ञास्य तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनम् अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यत्स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दं मुखारविन्दे विनिवेशयन्तं वटस्य पत्रस्य पुटे शयानं बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव जिह्वे पिबस्व मृतमेतदेव गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति विक्रेतु कामा किल गोपकन्या मुरारिपादार्पितचित्तवृत्तिः दध्यादिकं मोहवशादवोचत् गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गृहे गृहे गोपवधू कदम्बाः सर्वे मिलित्वा समवाप्ययोगं पुण्यानि नामानि पठन्ति नित्यं गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति सुखं शयानान् निलये निजेऽपि नामानि विष्णोः प्रवदन्ति मर्त्याः ते निश्चितं तन्मयतां व्रजन्ति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति जिह्वे सदैवं भज सुन्दराणि नामानि कृष्णस्य मनोहराणि समस्तभक्तार्तिविनाशनानि गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति सुखावसाने इदमेव सारं दुःखावसाने इदमेव ज्ञेयं देहावसाने इदमेव जाप्यं गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति श्रीकृष्ण राधा वरगोकुलेश गोपाळ गोवर्धननाथ विष्णो जिह्वे पिबस्वा मृतमेतदेव गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति जन्मान्ध्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादि तरतश्च चार्थेष्व भिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवय यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा Vinimayo yatra trisargo mrusha dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param धीमहि सत्यं परं धीमहि सत्यं परं धीमहि. So in the chapter 12 we have started discussing about what Bharatji tells to King Rahugan. So, if you remember that in process of taking that palanquin, Bharatji was not easy to walk because he was much more concerned about the small insect. And King Rahugan was insulting that, yeah, you must be weak, you must get tired, this body cannot take this weight, so many things. And then Bharatji started explaining, okay? So in the 12th chapter, but towards the, what I was reading this again and again, it reminds me that in this chapter 12, what Bharatji is saying to Rahugan, somewhere the principle which Shankaracharya ji is well known, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, only the supreme is real, rest all is illusion. That's but we once we complete this chapter 12, then we will discuss more on this particular sutra or the slogan or the saying from the scripture. It's related with Advaita principle. Dvait, dual, Advait, non-dual. Okay, anyway, we're not discussing that. Right. So you will start writing the verse 3 of chapter 12. Now be pleased to expound to me Now be pleased to expound to me your words of spiritual import. Your words of spiritual import in a manner that is easily understandable to me. In a manner that is easily understandable to me. Full stop. Check this verse 3. In fact, this is Rahugan is requesting to King Bharatji, right? Okay, verse 3. Now be pleased to expound to me your words of spiritual import in a manner that is easily understandable to me. Full stop. Now the verse 4. O great yogin, 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 O great yogin O great yogin, you have stated that the actually felt, and therefore the unerased, fatigue and its cause, namely, bearing the palanquin, are only provisionally spoken about. And have no place in determining the nature of truth, this is a statement which causes confusion in my mind. Full stop. Bharatji said, O king, the being called man, who bears body is only a moving lump of earth. An effect brought out of earth. By some unknown causes. Full stop. That body in truth is constituted of a number of limbs, feet, ankles, forelegs, knees, thighs, waist, chest, neck, shoulders, head, etc. Full stop. A number of limbs, feet, ankles, forelegs, knees, thighs, waist, chest, neck, shoulders, head, etc. Full stop. Arranged one above the other. Arranged one above the other. Now you're going to write in bracket. Bracket starts. Apart from these limbs, we do not see any entity of whom they are parts of limbs. Full stop. Where then he is the person to suffer from exhaustion, EXHAUSTION, from exhaustion, question mark, and the bracket over. Okay, now check this 4 and 5 words together, right? Okay. O great yogin, you have stated that the actually felt, comma, and therefore the unerased, comma, fatigue and its cause, comma, namely, comma, bearing the palanquin, comma, are all only provisionally spoken about, comma, and have no place in determining the nature of truth, comma. This is a statement which causes confusion in my mind. Full stop. The Bharatji said, O king, the being called man, comma, who bears body is only a moving lump of earth, comma, an effect brought out of earth, comma, by some unknown causes, full stop. That body in truth is constituted of a number of limbs, feet, ankles, forelegs, knees, thighs, waist, chest, neck, shoulders, head, etc. Full stop. Arranged one above the other. Bracket starts. Apart from these limbs, we do not see any entity of whom they are parts of limbs. Full stop. Where then he is the person to suffer from exhaustion? Question mark. Bracket over. On the shoulder of, verse 6. On the shoulder of these bearers, on the shoulder of these bearers is a mass of wood, called palanquin, full stop. In that is seated another lump. You understand this? In that is seated another lump, comma, a mere lump of earth, but called the king of Sovir. A mere lump of earth, but called the king of Sovir, Sauvira. A mere lump of earth, but called the king of Sovir, full stop. With that lump of clay, seated within the palanquin, comma, you have the firm identification comma, it is I. What is the identification? It is I, comma. And you have, besides that, comma, the arrogant notion that the I spoken of here, is the king of Sindhu. Full stop. This was verse 6. Please check. On the shoulder of these bearers is a mass of wood called palanquin. Full stop. In that is seated another lump, comma,
it's 20 hours.
A mere lump of earth, but called the king of Sovir. Full stop. With that lump of clay seated within the palanquin, comma, you have the firm identification, comma, it is I, comma, and you have besides that, comma, the arrogant notion that the I spoken of here is the king of Sindhu. Full stop. Now we'll be writing verse 7. You who are making this poor you who are making these poor and pitiable palanquin bearers do forced labor without any or adequate payment, are an extremely cruel person. Full stop. Therefore, your false boast, that you are the protector, all of the people, will not command respect in an assembly of wise men. Full stop. Check verse 7. You who are making these poor and pitiable palanquin bearers do forced labor without any or adequate, payment, are an extremely cruel person. Full stop. Therefore, your false boast that you are the protector all of the people, will not command respect in an assembly of wise men. Full stop. Okay, so before you write, maybe you can write, but this remind me something about the war Mahabharata. Okay, it's relevant to discuss here. What Bharatji told to Rahugan, that you are cruel, straightforward, okay, even though he is a king. Then what did he say? That you are forced this labor to do this without any or not adequate payment. That's why you are a cruel person. And still you are boasting that I am the protector of these all people. You think that assembly of wise men will acknowledge this? Similarly, not exactly, but I mean, Bharatji told to Rahugan, when Rahugan came to know that this is not an ordinary man whom he has engaged to as a palanquin bearer. And then Bharatji started saying, in the assembly of Duryodhan, it's part of Mahabharata, before the war, what happened that Dhritarashtra sent messenger to Pandav. Pandav means Yudhishthir, Arjun, Bhim, Sahadev, Nakul. And he has sent the message that this is not nice, need to fight, this and that. So, I mean, all sugar coated message. And Bhagavan Krishna say, yeah, this is all good, but I want to practice this preaching from where it has come. So I will go to Duryodhana's assembly as a messenger or something like that. Okay. So the Krishna Bhagwan came to Duryodhana. Now you must have heard that bhajan. दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो साग विदुर घर खायो सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई. So Duryodhan, wealthy person, king you can say, the prince. So he did not want to miss any opportunity to serve Krishna Bhagwan in terms of hospitality. He wanted to welcome, he wanted to have dinner or supper or lunch, what you name anything, right? At his house. But Bhagwan Krishna straightforward told to him, there are only two reasons to eat a person at someone's house. Number one, if the person can't afford, in our language, garib, if he doesn't have, or he will go to eat to that person if there is an element of love between two. Bhagavan Krishna says straightforward to Duryodhana, there is no element of love between you and me. And it's not that I don't have food. I am not garib. Straightforward. When I was reading this, that you are cruel person, what Bharatji told to Rogan, it reminded me. Straightforward. I don't love you. There is no element of love between you and me. So why should I come to eat at your place? And then that bhajan, it's always nice when someone sings. We like when we hear Sag Vidurgar Khayo. I mean, hey, but at certain thing, you have to put aside your ration based thinking Otherwise, if you really think, Vidurji, of course, devotee of Bhagwan Krishna, but he was, you can say, the chief minister of that kingdom of Duryodhana. Now, in today's time, even the counselor has so many things. And if you go to India, the Sarpanch in Gam have so many things. He's a wealthy person. So, who was the chief minister of that kingdom? You think that he doesn't have anything? Sagavidurga doesn't have, only gave the palak bhaji, spinach. But I mean, the whole idea is the bhav. That is important. That is important. Sagavidurga khayo. So, that's why Bharaji said, therefore, your false boast that you are the protector all of people will not command respect in an assembly of wise men. Anyway, we're going to stop here. The time doesn't permit. But as I told you last week, this is but important, and then there is a message in this chapter, and then that which I started today. Brahmasatya Jagan Mithya, and then when I will start explaining, you might have a question that, but Brahmasatya Jagan Mithya, how is going to happen? How is going to help us in our day-to-day life? We will discuss that also, but let me complete this chapter, okay? And then it really says, and then we now need to learn to read between the lines. And that's why the Bhagwat class is. That's why the Bhagwat class is. Otherwise, story, of course, I don't say story doesn't have value, story or important. But now, at least, it's about 10 years of our Bhagwat class. So we must start learning to read between the lines. Anyway, in today's discussion, whatever you like, credit goes to all the sages, all the great men, or the scripture, whatever I have heard, I have read, I have studied. Absolutely, absolutely nothing belongs to me. Our main reference book, the commentary which we are using is from Ramakrishna Mat, Swami Tapasyanandji, and in Gujarati, Krishna Sankar Sastriji. So, Canto 10, Chapter 10, verse 38. Vani gunanu kathane shravanau kathayam hastau cha karmasu manas tava padayornaha Smrutyam shirastava nivasa jagat praname drashti satam darshanestu bhavat tanuna vasudevasutan devam kausachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shree Gurave Namaha Lakshminarayn Bhagwan ki jai.